Hi, my name is Sasha, the girl behind Legends from Mom's Closet, and this is my book. But it's not just a book. We focus on dress up, learning, creativity, and saving our oceans. I couldn't fit all the legends I wanted to in my diary, but that's okay, because now I can share the legends in history and the legends of our days. Well, speaking about that, today, new day, new legend. Meet Cayleen Davies, a model, fashionista, and a supermom. Today, she's gonna give us some great advice and we're gonna learn a lot more about her. So are you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
You actually gave a TED Talk on self-confidence, and I think it was really amazing. And I think you should start thinking like that from a young age, like a kid, like me.
I agree.
What's the best way to start building your self-confidence as a kid?
Do you know, right now, I still do this to this day, is I have a journal that I write in every single day. And I write down, for me, I write down the things that I'm grateful for, the things that I'm good at, or maybe I want to improve on, and the things that I'm going to do in my life. They're positive affirmations. So I believe in myself, I know I can do it, and then every single day I'm moving towards whatever goal that is. Because then when you complete a goal, you start to feel even more confident about yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it took a lot of preparation to get up there on stage, but what was the best part of the experience?
When I did my TED Talk, the best part of my experience was facing one of my biggest fears. And it was scary, but at the same time very rewarding. And I had practiced so much, and I spent so much time writing and preparing and doing it over and over again, and then I achieved a goal that, like I said, I thought was gonna be way too hard to achieve, and I became a little bigger and a little bit more confident after that.
What advice would you give to a kid who's gonna give a very important speech for an important topic but doesn't know where to start?
I think the first starting places is grab a journal and start writing down all the concepts that you want to talk about in that important speech, even if it seems like a crazy concept. I had notes all over my house when I was doing the TED Talk, because I would come up with an idea and I would write it down, even if it was a crazy idea. And then you can take all of those concepts and ideas and you start to build an outline for your speech from those. Some of the ideas are not gonna work out, but then some of the other ones, you'll be walking down the street and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I wanna add that to my speech thoughts.
I think I'm gonna try that when I have to give a big speech.
Yes, and practice. Practice. Yeah.
You talked about your experience as a model, and I would really like to know, how did modeling change in the last 10 years now that social media is so important?
I think now models have a voice that they didn't necessarily have whenever I first started in the industry, and I think that's a very powerful tool that women have now.
If you could spend a day modeling with any legend you'd want, who would it be?
I think my legend would be Oprah, because I find her to be fascinating, and I also think it's amazing when she has achieved so many wonderful things in her life, coming from nothing and building herself up to what she is today. And I also like that she helps young girls get education.
Yes, that is definitely really important. I saw you have a cooking segment on social media called Cooking with Cayleen.
Yes.
And I think a lot of kids right now have been noticing their love for cooking, like me. And what's your favorite kid-friendly recipe?
I think the no-brainer recipe that my kids love, it's like the easiest thing, is banana ice cream.
Really?
It's so easy. All you do is you freeze your bananas, and you either get a blender, or I have this ice cream maker, and you push it through the ice cream maker, and it makes the most delicious ice cream. It's just bananas.
Wow.
Yeah, and the kids love it. And then we'll put toppings and sometimes granola that I make homemade, or sometimes we'll add, berries. You can do mangoes. You can mix a bunch of fruit with it, but that's like one of our favorites.
Since you're a model, you've probably worn many different outfits. But a lot of people, they like to buy a lot of new New clothes, new shoes, new everything. But that's actually really bad for the oceans.
I agree.
And that's why I'm so passionate about the oceans and upcycling. And I actually brought you my book called Legends from Mom's Closet.
Thank you.
Where I dress up in my mom's clothes, and I want other kids to get inspired and do the same.
Yes, I think that's a great idea.
Thank you. What do you think about this problem with fashion?
I agree with you. I agree. I like to buy pieces that I can use for a long time, or I like to consign some of my pieces or buy from consignment. But I like to buy, I'll typically buy nice quality pieces that I can use for long periods of time. So, and I'll also buy a lot of basic colors that I can mix and match. And then maybe I'll buy like a tiny little statement that kind of pops out, maybe a piece of jewelry or something that makes the piece kind of come alive, but then I can wear it multiple times in multiple different places.
What about for your kids?
Oh, for my kids, you know what the hardest problem with the kids is that they're very rough with their clothes. So it's hard for me to upcycle, but every single piece, I never throw any of their clothes away unless, of course, they've completely destroyed it. I have boys, but most of the time I donate the kids' clothes. Once they grow out of it, if they're, taken care of, the clothes, I donate them to families in need around my area.
Have you ever worn the same outfit twice to an event?
Yes, 100%.
Wow.
If you buy some pieces that are neutral colors, you could always dress them up different ways. So for instance, a black dress that you get, like a woman's favorite thing is a little black dress, you get that little black dress and then you could put big jewelry, and then you could go to an event, or you could put like a pair of flats and go to the beach. So yes, I've definitely worn the same piece to different events.
I never throw my clothes away. If some of them, if they're special, I give them to my sister, Mia. And then some of them, I just make toys out of them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Do you make clothing for your dolls, or?
I make clothing for dolls, and I also make dolls out of my old shirts and dresses.
But I love the idea of making dolls out of your old clothes. That's a great idea.
Thank you. So that's it for the interview. Now we're gonna have an activity.
Okay.
We brought some shirts, and you're gonna show, if you mind, you can show me how to wear them in a few different ways.
I love that.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, it's perfect. She looks great. Okay, I'm gonna give you a hat. You ready? Okay, look number one. Ready? I'll take the hat back. Got it? All right, and then the next thing. All right, now we're gonna put the sweatshirt on. Yeah, do. You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Shake. And boop. Love it.
This one's my favorite.
Oh good, I'm so happy. I love that one. That's one of my old shirts.
Really?
Yes, love it. Okay, so the very last thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you the pants that you originally started in, okay? You ready for it? And then we're gonna give you a scarf. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, they look perfect.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. We're missing one more thing, one little detail. I think this would be great on top. Oh.
Wow. We did it.
Yes, and you look amazing.
Thank you.
You look great in everything though.
Thank you so much for letting me come.
You're welcome, anytime.
Guys, take a look at Cayleen's cooking segment on social media, and it's really amazing. And I want to leave you with a question to think about. What does it mean to be a legend to you? See you soon, guys. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
The end. Oh, I love her. Thank you so much. I love having you.